Okay, welcome you all. So today we are here for the demo for GTM. Okay, GTM, if we speak about, it is Global Traffic Manager. Global Traffic Manager. But the new name of GTM is now changed. It is changed to F5 DNS. तो GTM हमारा पुराना नाम था. This is our old name. What is new name? नया नाम है F5 DNS. If we talk about F5 Big IP product suite family, Big IP product suite family, तो we have different of the product suites available. जैसे आपका LTM जो आप कर चुके हो, LTM, and it is also named as ADC, Application Delivery Controller. दूसरा आपका आ जाता है GTM. GTM is Global Traffic Manager. जैसे global word आ रहा है, it means it is in between your data centers. Okay, I will come to that point. New name is DNS. Then I hope you are aware about ASM also, Application Security Manager. But इसका जो नया नाम है, that is Advanced Web. The new name is Advanced Web. It can be APM, it can be ARM, okay, routing module. It can be a firewall module also, AFM, okay. So there can be lot of product suites which can coexist in your Big IP product suite family. बहुत सारे products हमारे हो सकते हैं. Every product has their own unique specialty, है ना? हर किसी की अपनी एक अलग विशेषता है. If you talk about LTM, you are aware in LTM we learn about lot of things like profiles, we learn about I rules, we learn about health monitors, we learn about virtual server types, we learn about lot of things in LTM. So LTM is also not a load balancer. Typically people used to say कि LTM जो है वो एक load balancer है. No, LTM is way more beyond than that, है ना? And यहाँ पर एक हमारा टॉपिक था, that is health monitor, which was very important. And due to health monitor, LTM ensure कि जो मेरी एप्लीकेशन है वो उसकी अवेलेबिलिटी पूरी रहे, है ना? So it ensure that application availability is 100% secure. If one of the server is down, LTM will never send traffic on to that. Why I'm talking about health monitor here, you will be understand in a moment. Because in case of GTM, there are so many health monitors that I would be gonna talk about. But first, let us see. In case of your LTM, if client is coming to the LTM on the virtual server and this is down, LTM will send traffic only on the up server, not on the down. And that is the way it ensure your availability of the application. So client will be happy कि मेरी application up है, क्योंकि down वाला का तो वो भेजेगा ही नहीं traffic. And how this part is getting done? Using the health monitor. So how my F5 LTM is aware that my server is down or up? Using the health monitor. So very powerful feature. And you are aware, if we talk about F5 LTM, it is full proxy. You are aware already, right? There are a lot of profiles which we can use and manipulate the traffic. I rule, inspect the traffic, manipulate the traffic again. Okay, lot of functionalities are there, including your TCP Express and SSL thing. There are a lot of stuff which include in F5 LTM. Now let's come to the F5 GTM overview. So let us say, okay, maybe I need to start from very scratch. Let us say there are couple of the clients in a same organization. मतलब एक छोटी सी organization हमने खोली है और उसके अंदर हम एक सर्वर इंटरेक्ट करने के लिए बना देते हैं. जैसे Facebook पहले इनबिल्ट कम्युनिकेशन के लिए, इंट्रा कम्युनिकेशन के लिए फॉर द क्लाइंट्स ही यूज हुई थी. तो these clients are coming over here onto the server. Okay, maybe एक IP हमने दे दी अच्छी सी 192.168.1.1 IP दे दी. And since these clients are also from the same range, है ना, internal to the organization है, so these are also from the same range. They can just interact with this website 192.168.1.1. And let us suppose this website name is abc.com. अब ये जो आपने टेस्टिंग की थी, दिस टेस्टिंग वर्क्स वेरी वेल. ओके, नाउ द मैनेजमेंट इज सेइंग, अरे दिस प्रोजेक्ट इज रियली गोइंग वेरी वेल. व्हाट वी कैन डू इज वी कैन क्रिएट पब्लिकली, वी कैन एक्सेस दिस वेबसाइट. अब जहां पब्लिक की बात आ जाएगी, यू शुड हैव सम ऑफ द मोर कंपोनेंट्स, लाइक आपके पास एक आईनेट राउटर होगा, उसके बाद आपके पास एक फायरवॉल होगी, देयर वुड बी अ फायरवॉल. आफ्टर द फायरवॉल देयर वुड बी द सर्वर एक्सेसिबिलिटी फॉर एक्सटर्नल क्लाइंट. सो फॉर योर आईनेट और एक्सटर्नल क्लाइंट्स, द कनेक्शन विल गो फ्रॉम लाइक दैट. And since this is the case, you need to okay, the same server IP 192.168.1.1 need to be netted upon firewall. So let us say, just for the simplicity sake, I am taking an hypothetical IP like 1.1.1, and since it is your abc.com, so there would be a DNS entry in your public, maybe Cloudflare or maybe anywhere, whatever domain you are searching for. So there would be an entry that 1.1.1 IP is there for abc.com. There would be an A record which will get published. ओके, ऐसे ही होता है ना, आपका कोई भी आप वेबसाइट लॉन्च करते हो तो आपकी एंट्री आपको करवानी पड़ती है इन द पब्लिक डीएनएस. तो अभी क्या होगा, दोज क्लाइंट्स विच आर कमिंग फ्रॉम द आउटसाइड, है ना, लाइक दीज क्लाइंट्स विच आर कमिंग फ्रॉम द आउटसाइड, दे विल राइट डाउन abc.com, है ना. For abc.com, they will receive the IP 1.1.1 directly from their LDNS server. So LDNS server will give them 1.1.1. Traffic will go now. One is the DNS query. So DNS query is resolved here. Now application query. Application 1.1. traffic will come till firewall. Firewall will let it to the server, and server will send this query back to the client. So that is how your traffic is going. Any doubt so far in these two diagrams? No, कोई डाउट नहीं है, आगे चलते हैं. अभी इसी चीज को ना हम थोड़ा और बड़ा कर देते हैं, और हमारे पास अब एक सर्वर की बजाय ज्यादा सर्वर है. लेट अस से हमारे पास 3 सर्वर है ना, all of them are hosting abc.com. Since we have 3 servers, we need to be associated with them using some load balancer, and in our case we are just using F5 LTM. Okay, before LTM there would be a firewall. Before firewall, let us say there is a net router, then there is a cloud. Okay, and again some clients are coming from the internet. So आपका यहाँ पर 1.1.1.1 दे देते हैं. जो 192.168.1 IP थी, अब वो हम असाइन कर देते हैं वर्चुअल सर्वर. और यहाँ पर कुछ भी आपकी IP हो सकती है. लेट अस से 172.168.1.1 दे दिया, इसको 1.2 दे दिया, इसको 1.3 दे दिया. Now what will happen when clients wanted to access abc.com, ये अपने लोकल DNS पे जाएंगे और लोकल DNS बोल देगा you need to go to 1.1.1.1. This is your DNS query, है ना. DNS query आपकी यहीं रिजोल्व हो रही है. तो अभी मैं आपको DNS query पे बहुत ज्यादा फोकस नहीं कर रहा हूँ. I am not very much focusing on the DNS, rather than I am just balancing in between the your LTM part and your GTM part both. But the GTM, actual GTM does not come into the picture yet. Okay, I would be coming to that, but I am just explaining couple of the scenarios before the same, like how this whole hierarchy is getting developed. Okay. तो it will go to the abc.com, है ना, 1.1.1 पे वो जाएगा. Now, how your application traffic will come? It will come to the inet router. It will come to the firewall. Firewall will net it to the virtual server. Virtual server will destination net and source net to your backend pool members. From the any of the pool member, traffic will come from here again back to the LTM, to the firewall, to the inet router, and eventually to the client. And your query will get resolved. Any doubt in this? Now let us say आपकी एप्लीकेशन और एक्सपेंड हो रही है. People are liking it so much, and people from outside of your organization also wanted to access it, though not on the same server. Server would be different, but application is really getting very popularity, है ना. तो उस केस में क्या होगा, आपको डिफरेंट डेटा सेंटर बनाने पड़ेंगे. So this was the story of the same data center, right? Let us say this is the story of your US data center. Now people from the Europe also demanding the same. What you will do, you will build a EU data center also. Okay, you will build a EU data center. So when you build EU data center, you need to do a same sort of exercise again. So people from the cloud will come to the inet router. There would be some firewall. From firewall, let us say you have LTM. LTM can be multiple, okay, not single, because high availability is required. And again, there would be some servers over there, okay. But obviously, these servers should be in sync. And they are also having abc.com. In our case, if we talk about IP address, let us say 172.110.1, okay. The US is only 1.1, here is 10.1, 10.2, 10.3, okay. Let us take it as 192.168.10.1. Here also 1.1.10.1, okay. And that is how your clients, when need to come, where they will go. That is the question. Are you getting it? Is there any doubt so far? No? Perfect. Now try to understand when we have more than one data center, okay? When we have more than one data center, in that case, we will having two entries on the DNS. So for abc.com, we will have 1.1.1, we will have 1.1.10. Two entries would be there, okay. And client can go either on the EU or on the US. But that is not good. That is not fair. Let us say if client is belonging from EU, he should go to the EU data center. If a client is from US, he should go to the US data center. That kind of regulation we can achieve from F5. So that is the reason F5 is named as Intelligent DNS. New name is Intelligent DNS. Okay, its new name is Intelligent DNS. How? Question is how? Let me just bring up. Let us say we apply here GTM. Okay. After the GTM, there are two data centers. Try to understand now. It is really extending two data center. I am just ignoring all the layer. I am just putting LTM. Okay. LTM, and after the LTM, I am just putting the servers. There would be n number of other layers also, but I am just, for the simplicity sake, I am just putting LTM and the servers. This side is US data center. This side is EU data center. It is my GTM. Now, if you see any of the user who is coming from the cloud, they will ABC for abc.com. They will having the IP of GTM. Let us say now GTM is owning 1.1.1.1. So they will come where? On GTM. GTM, this thing is in wide IP. Okay, named as wide IP. Probably you will understand about this term later on. Wide IP will have a pool of virtual server 1, virtual server 2. Okay, virtual server 2. And then these virtual server again have pool. And these have the pool member of the exact servers. Okay, as the LTM works. So what happened is, when any customer will just see that, okay, I want to go to the abc.com for the DNS query, they will first go to the LDNS, their local DNS, like your ISP who is providing you the modem or all the services. ISP will send it to dot server or the root server. We used to say root server. That okay, root server, do you aware about it? Root server said no. You go to the top level domain, that is .com. So .com is top level domain. .com say, okay, I am aware about it. You go to 1.1.1.1. Okay. So 1.1.1 is what? The GTM IP. Now from GTM, still the DNS resolution is not okay. Okay. It is all the DNS query now I am talking about. Next part. So this part is done. Next part. So this is one part of the DNS query. So this is DNS query 1. Next part of DNS query, how it will happen? It will go to the GTM. GTM will say, do I have something configured? Yes, I have. Okay. For this particular domain, yes. By the way, let me tell you, wide IP does not have any IP. Okay. It is fully qualified domain. Okay. This IP will go on the listener. But I don't want to get confused you. That is the reason I just say it is wide IP. So on GTM, it will come. And on the GTM, it will see the wide IP, and a wide IP has a pool. Pool has 2 virtual server. It will also do the health monitoring. Either my backends pool member are up or no. In case of this, pool member are virtual server directly. Let us say if both of them are up, okay, it will check a lot. Okay, there are lot of load balancing methods which will come into the picture. Okay, lot of load balancing methods, unlike your LTM, which have handful. Here, there are plenty of load balancing methods on the basis of wide IP, on the basis of the pool. Okay, there are a lot of health monitors come into the load balancing method come into the picture. Now, let us say this user is from US. He will go to the US virtual server IP. Are you getting this point? So let us say, so let us say this IP is 1.1.1.1 and this IP is 1.1.10.1. Okay, EU. So US will receive the IP 1.1.1.1. EU will receive the IP 1.1.10.1. And now actual traffic when come. Actual traffic means what? Which kind of traffic? Actual traffic means when application traffic will come. This client will interact with 10.1 directly. This client will interact with 1.1 directly. It means they will go to their respective data centers. This is the complete DNS flow. Are you with me? Okay. One more thing, before GTM, even if you don't put any firewall, even that is also okay because it is ICSA certified. Let me talk more about GTM now. Okay. So what happened is in earlier cases, like when clients are coming, okay, and there are so many queries which are coming for the DNS query I am talking about. There are so many DNS queries. What happened if one of the DNS server is not capable enough? We can place two DNS servers. And before that, we can have an LB, load balancer. And these LB are having DNS server 1 and DNS server 2. DNS server 2. Or maybe you can have more than that, DNS server 3. But if we talk about current scenarios, okay, let me make it a little bit smaller. If I talk about the current scenario, in the current scenario, and before this, there should be a firewall, right? But in current scenario, if we talk about, there is no firewall, we will have only GTM, and GTM alone is enough. But if you want to have DNS servers in place, you can have DNS server behind the GTM also. Okay. In your organization, there would be some requirement that you don't want to obsolete your DNS servers. So that might also happen. And in this case, what happened? GTM will do the load balancing also. And as I told you, GTM can load balance the traffic among the one or more data center. It is named as GSLB, Global Server Load Balancing. Okay, I hope everything is good for you for now. Okay, rest of the things probably you can check from our website. Okay, if you go to our website, let me show you my website. If you go to our website, there are plenty of courses which you can check from here. Okay, even LTM, GTM, ASM, and APM, whatever I was talking about in our session today. So if you click on the GTM, you can find out the previous videos. Okay, there are some more videos. If you wanted to check it out, just scroll it down. You can download the syllabus, and if you have any query, you just click over here on the WhatsApp, on the chat, or you can just interact with Zoya. Okay, so howsoever you want, you can go ahead. Also, the classes would be during the weekends only, 2 hours per day, either on Saturday or on the Sunday. Okay, so I would say it would be 4 hours per weekend. Okay, so Saturday 2 hours, Sunday 2 hours. Per weekend, it will be 4 hours. Total hours would be depending upon the different masses, like how experienced you are. But sooner or later, you can say it is 20 hours plus or minus. Okay. You will receive the lab as complimentary. Okay. You will receive the videos. You will receive the material. So in the material, you will get everything like your books also and your initial workbooks also to set up the lab. So all of those things you will receive. Let me show you the lab and then maybe we can wrap it up. Okay, I hope you can see. Now on this lab, we will be doing a lot of scenarios. Like what? Like these two devices will act as the DNS servers, and later on they will act as an application servers also. So when they are acting as a DNS server, we will just create all the zones on here on these two guys. Later on, we will bring up our GTM into the picture, and when client is coming for the DNS query, GTM will send it back to the DNS. Okay, So out of it, we will do all of the exercise like how GTM can do the intelligent resolution, and how GTM can do the accelerated resolution. So all of those things we will be gonna check. Okay. And using this Linux server, we will build up the bind. Over the bind, we will create the DNS server. Later on, we will bring up this LTM device, and in this LTM, they two guys will be acting as an application server. Okay. Post that, you can see we have two data center, EMEA data center and APAC data center. When client is coming, this is our client. When client is coming for an application, let us say abc.com, which they are inheriting, okay, abc.com. So if they are wanted to come over here, how they will come to the APAC data center, or how they will come to the EMEA data center? What are all the load balancing methods that we will be gonna decide, and we will be gonna create on our topology. So this is how end-to-end plan is. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Otherwise, maybe I will say thank you for joining in, and we can wrap it up for